In a small village in the eastern part of Nigeria, there lived a young man named Obiora. Known for his strength, wisdom, and good looks, Obiora was the pride of his family and the envy of many in the village. However, his curiosity often led him into trouble. Obiora was different from the other young men in the village. While they were content with their daily routines and chores, Obiora sought adventure. He would wander deep into the forest, exploring hidden paths and discovering new places. His mother, Ada, always warned him to be careful, reminding him of the stories of the forest spirits and the dangers that lurked within. One day, while exploring a part of the forest he had never ventured into before, Obiora stumbled upon an old, abandoned hut. The hut was covered in vines, and the air around it felt strangely cold. Despite a feeling of unease, Obiora's curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to investigate. As he stepped inside, he saw an old woman sitting by a fire. Her hair was as white as snow, and her eyes seemed to pierce right through him. "Welcome, young Obiora," she said in a voice that echoed in the small space. "How do you know my name?" Obiora asked, trying to hide his surprise. "I know many things," the old woman replied with a mysterious smile. "I have been expecting you." Obiora felt a chill run down his spine. "Who are you?" he asked, stepping closer. "I am Nena, the keeper of secrets," she said. "I have something for you, something that will change your life forever." Before Obiora could react, Nena reached into a pouch and pulled out a small, intricately carved wooden figure. "This is a powerful talisman," she said. "It will give you the strength and wisdom of the ancestors. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility." Obiora hesitated but then reached out and took the talisman. As soon as it touched his skin, he felt a surge of energy course through his body. "Thank you," he said, feeling a newfound sense of power. Nena smiled. "Use it wisely, Obiora, and beware of those who seek to take it from you." With that, Obiora left the hut and made his way back to the village. Over the next few days, he found that the talisman indeed gave him extraordinary abilities. He could lift heavy objects with ease, run faster than any man in the village, and his mind was sharper than ever. However, it wasn't long before word of his newfound abilities spread. Envy and greed began to fester in the hearts of some of the villagers. Among them was Chaik, a man who had always been jealous of Obiora's prowess. One night, Chaik and a group of men cornered Obiora as he was returning home from the forest. "Hand over the talisman, Obiora," Chaik demanded, his eyes gleaming with malice. Obiora stood his ground. "I cannot. It was given to me to protect our village." Chaik sneered. "You think you're better than us, don't you? We'll see about that." Before Obiora could react, the men attacked. Though he fought valiantly, their numbers overwhelmed him. They tied him up and took the talisman from him. As soon as the talisman left his possession, Obiora felt a crushing weakness. The men laughed as they watched him struggle. "You're nothing without this," Chaik taunted, holding the talisman up. They left Obiora there, bound and helpless, and returned to the village, hoping to harness the talisman's power for themselves. But Nena's warning echoed in Obiora's mind. With great power comes great responsibility. Obiora knew he had to get the talisman back. Gathering what little strength he had left, he managed to free himself and stumbled back to the old hut in the forest. Nena was waiting for him. "I see you have learned the true nature of power," she said softly. "Please help me," Obiora pleaded. "They have taken the talisman." Nena nodded. "The talisman is not just a source of power, Obiora. It is a test of character. Those who seek to misuse it will find only misfortune." With Nena's guidance, Obiora set out to reclaim the talisman. As he confronted Chaik and the other men, they found that the talisman's power had turned against them, bringing chaos and strife. Realizing their folly, they returned it to Obiora. With the talisman